All right, greetings, Hive. Good evening. Welcome to day 16 of this HiveFit challenge. Welcome to day 2 of removing refined sugar. Hopefully, you guys are doing well on this part of the first time eliminating something. So, hope you all are doing well. Definitely, for myself, it's all right. We'll see as the week goes along. I definitely had a challenging moment where I had to sort of accept, but at the same time sort of refuse. Hopefully that makes sense. Obviously, was offered a coffee, and I already knew that this coffee is going to have some sugar in it, right? So yeah, I was offered Tim Hortons coffee at work from a colleague, and he's occasionally been giving me coffee here and there. Welcome in dystopian. Hope you are doing well. But yeah, I've been offered coffee, and I already knew that there's gonna be sugar in this, so I kindly accepted the gift. And as a you know friendship, obviously, right? And then yeah, I didn't take a drink. I brought it with me on my way home, and then I just left it on the kitchen counter. So not sure if my wife drank it or my mother-in-law drank it. Definitely the kids didn't drink it. So or they threw it out. I don't know. It was, and the thing is that I looked at it as well. The receipt, it was like a triple. I was like, this is gonna put me into shock. So yeah, it was a good challenge that I overcame. But obviously, the week is still young, so yeah, we don't know what's gonna come our way. But all we can do is just continue to have that dialogue, and this is where it's time to dial in and side with the food angel, right? Especially when it comes to refined sugars, right? So obviously, just remember once again, this is the only elimination we have made so far. It is still week 3 out of 13 weeks, right? So still a long way to go, but still, we're already 3 weeks into the program, and so far, yeah, I've been fluctuating between 8 to 6 pounds, right? So it's been once again, it just helps me just course correct, right? If you look at the scale and feel defeated by it, definitely, yeah, put it away, right? Or just don't step on the scale. Once again, these first 2 weeks were about having that building psychology, right? Mental toughness when it comes to food, right? And food choices, and our what it made what we think it would make us feel, to what it makes us feel in the moment and after, right? So it's this time we side with the food angel when it comes to refined sugar, and we start chipping away when the weeks come along, and we ask you to remove something for that week, right? So, but yeah, once again, it definitely helps a lot, if you just continue to just trust the program, or just try things out, right? I'm definitely doing this for a second time. It's been a wonderful experience that I was able to still keep 8 pounds off after taking 4 months of hiatus of just eating here and there, right? And then still able to not look at other stuff. So I removed dairy, I removed caffeine from now. I just drink black decaf coffee here and there, right? Um, Also, not part of when I was doing the program, but something that once again, having that food dialogue helped me just think of symptoms that I've been having, right? So I have like I had breakouts that were happening on my body, and realizing my love for eggs was you know kind of creating that, right? So I've removed having eggs from my diet, and my skin has been a lot better, right? So obviously it's still a lot to work on, but so far it's been really good. Definitely, there's still a lot of things other to work with, right? Obviously sleep is one, but then I'm gonna do my very best to keep doing this every night for the 90-day challenge. So it's gonna be a nice long 3 months, but at the same time, all of you help me stay committed, and keep myself accountable to that goal, to that mission. And once again, you guys will see firsthand if my my transformation or my struggles at best as well, right? So definitely you'll see both sides, not just only the tip of the iceberg, or all the goods and positivity, but also the challenge. I'm one to be an open book and share my struggles, and share um, things that are coming up for me, right? My thoughts. And but I'm definitely, once again, I'm it's been a blast so far. My community on Twitch has been super supportive, funny, and just good positivity there as well. Each of us come from different parts of the world, and we each have our struggles, but at the same time, we have each other as a hive to help each other continue to push forward, right? So that is a key thing. We're not truly alone, and even though we have never met each other in person, just sharing of stories, and the search for wins and highlights for the day, rather than given to the challenges, are given to the stressful scenarios that we face. And it it's yeah that kind of mind shift, that shift of point of view, just definitely can turn that same day into something that's more positive, and definitely, once again, reduces the stress, which is really key into making sure that we don't hold on to this calories and all this toxins that are in our body, because um, the body will know if we're, once again, in a stressful state because we're running from a predator, or a stressful state because we're dealing with uh, our boss or whatnot. So it just knows that this could be dangerous, right? And it's, once again, it's addressing survival, right? That's part of our 6 to 7 million years of evolution to survive, right? And at the same time, it the body, mind, soul, heart enjoys happiness, enjoyment, being fulfilled. So definitely tapping into that as well, right? To motivate your body to, uh, get out of its comfort zone and, see, find joy in the uncertainty, right? So obviously we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen during this 90-day challenge. As you know, I just share what's happening on Fridays, right? And at least, with the buffer zone, you guys can plan how you want to execute heading to Monday, right? Preparations, right? So preparations is definitely key to creating lasting success, right? So we tend to be more reactional rather than reflective, and that's the thing. And preventive, uh, we're more to dealing with the cause and preventing the cause to happen in the first place. But so far, it's yeah, like I said, it's been so far. It's been good. I mean, we definitely once again we took care of a lot of things on the weekend to just definitely put as much sugar temptations out of sight, right? And just yeah, once again, just not putting yourself in those situations that triggers many years of layers upon layers of habits that have been created. So it's been good. So we'll see how the week goes, and I know that this is more likely going to continue all the way through. There will be shifts in the program depending in what situation you are. If you are at where you want to be, then it will take you to a different path, which I wasn't. I haven't explored myself because I still had more to lose. So I stayed on the path to losing more still, right? So that's the thing. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting and fun. Fun ride, and being able to do this and finally share this journey with all of you. Um, you know, it's it's I don't think I'll fail at it, right? I don't think I can do it and then back out, right? Because I committed myself to putting myself out here, and you're more than welcome to just block me or whatnot because you don't want to see the stuff. It's fine, I get it, right? So um, but overall, it has served me well in the past, and those who have reached out through DMs and their comments as well have it it has nudged them to look at their health and do some sort of activity. And that's the thing, where it may help and motivate someone on their end. So I just continue to do this, and hopefully we'll see who's ready to take that next step. And I'm looking forward to um, working with them in that journey. As I'm gonna be doing this again for Q2, or season 2, right? April, May, June, to definitely lead into that, just being able to enjoy the summer, right? Not having to hide behind layers of clothing, or which I was able to be able to let that go, right? Through the swimming, right? The swimming stuff, obviously it's I just like, you know what, blinders or whatnot. I'm just gonna be, I'm just gonna enjoy swimming. I'm gonna enjoy, just relaxing in the hot tub, or in the sauna, right? And just, I'm with my family, so I'm enjoying my time with my family in those moments, right? So don't care what people think of, or like my physical look, right? So you know what, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a wonderful experience to just keep doing this for, just not only past this 90 days, but into the entire year, right? See what we can achieve together. But most importantly, I had to be a product of it as well, right? It's not one thing to just create something and not do it, right? Or so I'm a product, and you guys gonna see the changes that, or maybe you know, either it be physical or mentally, spiritually. You guys will see all of that, and I'm definitely, once again, I'm putting myself out there to make sure that I follow through, right? But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me once again. Stay strong to what you are doing. This week we're removing refined sugar from our diet. Just continue to eat what you're usually eating, right? And just continue once again on week one. Continue the breathing exercise. Continue the um, drinking up to 6 to 8 glasses of water. If you can drink, if you're able to, been drinking one extra glass each week, then awesome stuff. We're working towards that, right? Definitely, you know, don't want to shock your system or overwhelm yourself to the point where it's this is just too much for me. That's why we're making one to two, three different changes per week, right? And you're already building that foundation. So we're stacking habits here. And we're stacking habits in a way to have that system for you to succeed, right? So yeah, once again, I'll share every Friday what's enhancements that we're gonna be making, and you guys can plan through that on Saturday, Sunday, and then once Monday comes along, it's go time. And once again, it's all in your control on what's the best plan, best approach you can do to execute coming each and every Monday. And what else? Yeah, and once again, since we're moving refined sugars, we're upping the fruits and vegetables, right? So having more fruits and vegetables, especially the fruits, will help continue to help serve that sweet tooth for you, right? So just continue to do that, right? And once again, have that first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, not having to wait in your stomach because there's a meal ahead of it, right? So empty stomach, so that you can pass through your system quickly, right? So, and yeah, that's about everything. Just continue to have the food dialogue, heading into the food, what you expect that this food's gonna has given you in the past, to eating in the moment, and to 30 minutes after consuming the food. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this day 16 and day 2 away from refined sugar. If you're watching this from the different outlets, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, feel free to subscribe or follow. or hit those notification icons to get updates when I go live. All right, once again, thank you so much. Once again, continue to raise your environment, right? Make the uncertainty become certain, right? Because then you feel at home with what you're trying to reach. And as you're enhancing your environment, that will help you, establish enhancing yourself, raising yourself. And when you raise yourself, you can be that person to raise your own community. So you owe it to yourself to level up, um, raise your vibration so that you can reach more people and help them on their journey. All right, take good care. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll catch you again tomorrow.